Let me say something that might offend you a little. If you're broke on a small salary, trust me, it's not your salary, it's how you're playing the game. Because there are people making $40,000 a year quietly building wealth, and people making $120,000 living paycheck to paycheck. Same economy, same rules, different outcomes. So the real question is, what do they know that you don't? And more importantly, what are you doing right now that's secretly keeping you broke? Well, if you watch until the end of this video, I'm literally going to break down the exact system that turns a small salary into real wealth. Not hustle harder advice, not just save more money nonsense. I'm talking about a completely different way of thinking about money that flips the entire game. And the crazy part? It's actually simple, but most people will ignore it. Because let's be honest, you've probably done everything you were told. Work hard, get a stable job, pay your bills, maybe save a little, and yet, at the end of the month, you're still wondering where your money went. You're not reckless, you're not lazy, but somehow you're stuck. And that's because nobody taught you this. Wealth is not built by income. It's built by behavior. And once you understand that, everything changes. Rule number 1, you don't need more money. You need a better system. All right, I gotta start with the truth nobody wants to hear. You don't have a money problem. You have a system problem, because most people treat money like water. It comes in and immediately flows out. No structure, no control, no direction, just vibes. And then they say, I need to make more money. No, you need to stop leaking the money you already have, because here's what actually happens. If you make $3,000 a month and spend $2,900, you're broke. If you make $10,000 a month and spend $9,800, you're still broke. Just with better Instagram pictures. Just imagine two people. Person A makes $45,000 a year. Person B makes $95,000. You'd assume person B is winning, right? Wrong. Person A saves and invests $500 a month. Person B spends everything. Fast forward 10 years. Person A has 6 figures invested. Person B has car payments. The takeaway from that is simply this. Your income doesn't decide your future. Your system does. And here's where it gets dangerous. Because even if you fix your system, there's a trap that quietly resets your progress back to zero. And almost everyone falls for it. Rule number 2, lifestyle inflation is silently killing you. Now listen closely, because this is the trap nobody warns you about. Basically, you get a raise, and suddenly your life upgrades. Better apartment, nicer car, more eating out. You feel like you're leveling up, but you're actually just increasing your expenses. It's like running on a treadmill, faster, but going nowhere. And here's the truth. Every time your income increases, you have 2 choices. Option 1, upgrade your lifestyle. Option 2, upgrade your assets. Poor people choose lifestyle. Wealthy people choose assets. Just think of it this way. Imagine your income is a plant. Most people pick the fruit and eat it immediately. Wealthy people, they plant more seeds. Or imagine you get a $500 per month raise. Most people, nice, time to upgrade my car. Wealth builders, cool, that's $500 per month into investments. Fast forward a few years, one has a depreciating car, the other has a growing portfolio. And the takeaway from that is, if your lifestyle grows as fast as your income, you will never get ahead. And let me just pause real quick and say that if you're actually serious about building real wealth through digital products, assets, and not just watching videos about it, join the Stealth Wealth Society right now. Once you become a member, you'll get complete access to the entire Stealth Wealth store and all of our other courses. So if you've been meaning to level up, this is your window now. The link's in the pinned comment and description below. But anyways, now let's be real. Even if you avoid lifestyle inflation, there's still something working against you. Something invisible. Something most people don't even realize is happening. Rule number 3. You're losing money, and you don't even see it. If you've been a long-time subscriber to the channel, you already know the silent killer of wealth, and that's inflation. This is the part where your money slowly loses value, while you think you're being safe. It goes like this. If your money is just sitting in a bank account, you are losing money every single year. Not emotionally, mathematically. For example, let's say inflation averages around 3%. That means your $1,000 today is worth $970 next year in buying power, and it keeps shrinking. Translation: saving money without investing is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. And watch, just tell me if this sounds familiar. You work hard. You save $10,000. You feel responsible. But if that money isn't growing, it's quietly dying. Saving alone won't make you wealthy. You need your money to work. And that leads to the next shift. This is where everything changes, because now we stop thinking like employees and start thinking like owners. Rule number 4, ownership is greater than hard work. Now pay attention, because this is the rule that separates the middle class from the wealthy. Working harder does not make you rich. Ownership does. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's break it down together. When you work a job, you're trading time for money. Your income is limited by hours, energy, burnout. But when you own assets, your money works for you. Here are some simple examples of ownership. Stocks, real estate, businesses, digital products. You see, these generate income without you being there every second. I like to think of a job like a bicycle. You have to keep pedaling to move. Assets, that's a car. Once it's running, it moves without constant effort. Imagine 2 people. One works 40 hours a week forever. The other spends time building assets. 10 years later, one is still working. The other has options. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, you don't get rich by working more. You get rich by owning more. Now, this next one, this is where people sabotage everything, even when they're doing everything else. Right. Rule number 5, most people invest too late. Let me ask you something. When do most people start investing? After they feel ready, after they make more money, after they figure things out, which usually means too late. Here's the truth. Time is more powerful than money. For example, person A invests $200 per month starting at 25. Person B invests $500 per month starting at 35. Guess who wins? Person A. Even with less money. Why? Because of time. And here's why. Your money grows and then your growth starts growing. That's compound interest. And it's not exciting at first, but it becomes unstoppable. It's literally almost like pushing a snowball. At first, nothing happens. Then suddenly, it's massive. So starting small now beats starting big later. But here's the problem. Most people hear this and still don't take action. Why? Because they think investing is complicated, and that's exactly what keeps them stuck. Rule number 6, investing is boring, and that's why it works. Let's kill the biggest lie on the internet right now. Investing is not exciting. There's no adrenaline, no dopamine hits, no I made $10,000 overnight moments, and that's exactly why it works. The problem we have in today's society is that most people don't want boring. They want fast. Crypto pumps, day trading, get rich quick plays. Basically, financial gambling with better branding. Well, here's your reality check. Wealth is built slowly, then suddenly, not the other way around. And it's basically because it feels boring. But behind the scenes, everything is compounding. Seriously, you can almost compare it to like going to the gym. One workout, nothing. But a year of consistency, completely different person. Bottom line, if it feels boring, you're probably doing it right. But now we run into another problem. Because even if you invest, most people are investing with the wrong mindset entirely. Rule number 7, stop trying to get rich. Focus on not staying broke. Now let me say this in a way most people won't. Trying to get rich is actually what keeps people broke. Yeah, I know that sounds backwards, but think about it. When people chase getting rich, what do? They look for shortcuts. They chase big wins. They jump from one opportunity to the next. Seriously, crypto this week, side hustle next week, new strategy every month. They're constantly moving, but never building anything. So here's the shift. Wealth isn't built by hitting home runs. It's built by not striking out. Over and over again. I mean, just think about it. You know that person who's always onto something big? New business idea, new investment play, always talking about money, but somehow still broke? That's not bad luck. That's inconsistency disguised as ambition. Now compare that to someone else. They don't talk much. They don't chase trends. They just save consistently, invest consistently, avoid dumb financial decisions, and 5 to 10 years later, they're quietly ahead of everyone. So here's the truth nobody tells you. You don't need to do something extraordinary. You just need to stop doing what's killing your progress. No impulsive spending, no panic selling, no lifestyle upgrades every time you make more. That alone puts you ahead of 90% of people. Think of it this way. Imagine trying to climb a mountain while taking one step forward and two steps back. That's most people with money. They're not failing because they're not trying. They're failing because they keep undoing their own progress. Basically, it goes like this. Getting rich isn't about doing more. It's about making fewer bad decisions consistently. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because even if you understand this, there's one thing that can still destroy everything overnight. And it has nothing to do with money and everything to do with how you react under pressure. Rule number 8. Your emotions are your biggest financial liability. Let me be completely blunt here. Most people don't lose money because they're uneducated. They lose money because they can't control themselves. And here's what this really looks like. It's not obvious. It shows up in small, everyday decisions. You're stressed, so you spend. You're bored, so you scroll, then buy something. You see someone doing better than you, so you upgrade your lifestyle. That's not strategy. That's emotion running your finances. Now let's talk investing. The market drops 15%. Headlines say, crash. Your stomach drops. You panic. You sell. Then a few months later, the market recovers. And now you're buying back in. Higher. You didn't lose because the market is broken. You lost because your emotions made the decision. So let's bring it even closer. You get paid on Friday. By Sunday, half your money is gone. Not because you needed anything, but because you felt like you deserved it. That little voice, I work hard. I'll just treat myself. That voice, expensive. The truth is, money doesn't disappear randomly. It leaks through emotional decisions over and over again. Your emotions are like a bad business partner. They show up late, make impulsive decisions, and cost you money, but somehow still expect control. Here's what wealthy people do differently. They don't eliminate emotion. They put systems in place so emotion doesn't matter. Automatic investing, spending limits, pre-planned decisions. So even on their worst day, they still make good financial moves. Here's what I want you to do. Don't trust your feelings with money. Trust your system because your feelings change. Your system doesn't. You're not broke because you don't know what to do. You're broke because you don't do it consistently, especially when you don't feel like it. And once you realize that, this next shift hits even harder, because it explains why people ignore the simplest opportunity sitting right in front of them. And it's the reason most people never build real wealth. Rule number 9. Small money can build big wealth if you stop disrespecting it. Let me ask you something real quick. If I handed you $100 right now, would you treat it like it matters? Or would you think, it's just $100? Because that right there is the difference. You see, people don't go broke from big decisions. They go broke from small money disrespect. $20 here, $50 there, $120 on something random. It feels harmless because it's not a big number. But trust me, it adds up fast. I mean, seriously, you're probably even doing this in your own life. You grab food instead of cooking. $25. Impulse Amazon buy, $40. Random subscription you forgot about, $15. That's $80 in a day on things you won't even remember next week. Now, multiply that by weeks, months, years. That's thousands. You just got to reframe your thinking. Small money is not small. It's just early. Easy example. Let's say you invest $200 a month. That doesn't feel impressive. No one's bragging about that. But over time, that small habit turns into tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Not because it's flashy, but because it's consistent. Watch this. Think of money like bricks. One brick? Useless. But stack them every day. And eventually, you've built something solid. Most people, they keep throwing their bricks away, then wonder why they never build anything. Here's the psychology. People only respect money when it looks big. But wealthy people, they respect money when it's small, because they know what it becomes. So I got a simple solution for you to do. Stop asking, is this a lot of money? Start asking, is this moving me forward or holding me back? Because you don't suddenly become good with big money. You prove you can handle it by how you treat small money. And once you understand that, This final rule becomes unavoidable because this is what actually turns all of this into real wealth, and without it, none of this works. Rule number 10. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Let me tell you the truth most people don't want to hear. You don't need a breakthrough. You need discipline. And here's the trap. Most people treat money like a phase. They get motivated. I'm going to save. I'm going to invest. I'm going to change my life. And for a few weeks, they go hard. Cut expenses, track everything, feel unstoppable. Then life happens, and everything falls apart. That's not a system. That's a mood. And moods don't build wealth. For example, you invest $1,000 one month, then nothing for the next 3. You save aggressively for 2 weeks, then go right back to old habits. That inconsistency? That's what's killing your progress. Now you might be thinking, well, if that's the case, then what actually works? Well, it's not big actions, not perfect timing, just small actions, repeated, no matter what. I mean, just imagine brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 3 hours one day and then skip the rest of the week. That would be insane. But that's exactly how people treat money. So here's what wealthy people actually do. They automate everything, invest every paycheck, save every month, stick to the plan. Even when it's boring, no guessing, no emotion, no stopping. Want to know why this wins? It's because consistency compounds, not just your money, but your habits, your identity, your discipline. So here's a simple shift. Stop asking, how much can I do right now? Start asking, what can I do every month for the next 5 years? You don't build wealth by going hard once. You build it by showing up when you don't feel like it over and over again. And once you lock this in, everything changes because now you're not relying on motivation anymore. You're running a system that builds wealth, whether you feel like it or not. Now let's bring this all together and zoom out for a second, because this entire video comes down to one idea. Wealth is not built in big moments. It's built in small decisions, repeated daily. You don't need a 6-figure salary, a lucky break, a perfect plan. You need a system, discipline, time. And once you combine those 3, your small salary is no longer small. It becomes your foundation. So if this video changed how you think about money, comment the word system below. So I know you're not just watching, you're actually applying it. And if you want to take this to the next level, you need to understand the next piece of the puzzle. How wealthy people structure their money so it grows automatically, without thinking about it. Because once you see that, you'll realize you've been playing the game on hard mode this entire time. Click the next video right here, and I'll show you exactly how they do it.